There's a strange financial puzzle almost everyone quietly lives with, but almost nobody understands. Why do some people earn £2,000 a month? Others earn 4,000, 6,000, even 10,000, yet their bank accounts look almost identical at the end of each month. Empty. Here's the uncomfortable twist. Many people actually feel more broke after getting a raise. Is it really inflation, bad luck, high rent, or is something deeper happening? Something psychological that most people never notice? Behavioral economists have found that people don't spend based on logic. They spend based on patterns wired into the brain long before adulthood. Patterns that quietly decide how much money you're allowed to keep and how much you unconsciously get rid of. And today, we're unpacking those hidden patterns, why they exist, how they work, and why earning more money rarely fixes anything. But first, let me ask you a simple question that might reveal more than you think. When your income went up, did your lifestyle rise faster than your discipline? Let's start with something researchers call the financial thermostat. Just like a thermostat regulates temperature, your brain regulates what you feel financially normal. And here's the twist. You subconsciously adjust your spending to stay inside your comfort zone, even if that means sabotaging yourself. This is why lottery winners often go bankrupt within 5 years, something documented by the National Endowment for Financial Education. They didn't lose the money because they were irresponsible. They lost it because their internal thermostat wasn't set for that level of wealth. Your brain is more loyal to familiarity than it is to success. And the obvious question becomes, where does this thermostat come from? Not from adulthood, not from your salary, not from budgeting tools. It comes from childhood. Research from the University of Cambridge shows that children develop basic financial habits by age 7. Not budgeting habits, emotional tendencies. Things like whether money feels safe or stressful, whether holding money feels comforting or uncomfortable, whether spending feels normal or necessary, whether saving feels rewarding or pointless. If you grew up hearing things like, money goes fast, or we never have enough, or don't ask, we can't afford it, your subconscious absorbed those statements as truth, and a child's brain learns identity through repetition. So, if you grew up around chaos, scarcity, or unpredictable income, your adult brain may feel anxious holding money, spend quickly because it feels normal, avoid checking your bank balance, or treat financial stability like foreign territory. That's where the always broke pattern starts, not in adulthood, but in the emotional environment you grew up in. But childhood is only the first layer. Adulthood adds its own set of patterns, and these patterns sort people into 3 groups who often stay broke despite earning good money. The first group is the emotional spender. These people don't spend because they want things. They spend because the act of spending gives them relief. Psychologists call this emotional regulation through purchasing. Studies in the Journal of Consumer Research show that people spend impulsively when they feel out of control emotionally or socially. So, if someone feels stressed, unappreciated, bored, anxious, or overwhelmed, spending becomes a quick hit of dopamine. It's not shopping for fun, it's shopping for calm. The emotional spender doesn't have a money problem, they have a coping problem. And the relief they get from a purchase usually lasts minutes, while the consequences last weeks. The second group is the avoidant. These people aren't chasing comfort, they're running from discomfort. This is the person who won't check their bank balance, avoids budgeting, pays bills late despite having the money, and leaves financial letters unopened. UCLA researchers found that financial avoidance often stems from shame, fear, or early experiences where money created conflict. To protect themselves emotionally, they avoid money entirely. But here's the paradox. Avoiding money makes financial problems worse, which creates more anxiety, which creates more avoidance. It becomes a loop, and avoidance can make someone broke, not because they overspend, but because they don't see issues early enough to prevent them. The third group is the identity spender. This person buys to maintain an image. They're not buying things, they're buying confidence, belonging, or status. Research from the University of Pennsylvania shows that when people feel low social status or feel compared to others, they overspend to boost identity. These are the people who upgrade cars, phones, clothes, weekends out, vacations, all to match the lifestyle they believe they should have. As income rises, their identity expectations rise even faster. They're not trying to be irresponsible, they're trying to feel equal, respected, or successful. But identity spending keeps them broke no matter how much they earn. And this brings us to a truth most people overlook. Income does not determine financial stability. Behavior does. Someone earning £80,000 can live paycheck to paycheck, while someone earning £28,000 can save consistently. Money doesn't fix emotional patterns, it amplifies them. If you're an emotional spender, more income gives you more chances to soothe discomfort. If you are avoidant, more numbers allow you to ignore. If you're identity spender, more income raises the lifestyle standard you feel you must maintain. So how do you break the cycle? Start by identifying your trigger pattern. Ask yourself, when I overspend, what emotion comes right before it? Naming the trigger breaks the loop. Second, use the 48-hour rule. Delay any non-essential purchase for 48 hours. Research shows this interrupts the dopamine spike that drives impulsive spending. Most people forget they even wanted the item. Third, face your numbers every 2 days. Studies from the Money and Mental Health Institute show that people who check their accounts frequently spend up to 20% less. Awareness creates control. Avoidance destroys it. Fourth, fix one spending leak. Not everything, just one. For most people, 60% of wasted money comes from one habit: food delivery, clothes, weekend spending, gadgets, or spontaneous online purchases. Plug one leak, and your finances suddenly stabilize. And finally, rewrite your money identity. Shift from "I'm bad with money" to "I'm becoming someone who manages money clearly and confidently." Identity change always comes before behavior change. Most people think staying broke is a math problem. It isn't. It's a psychological script written long before adulthood. But once you understand the script, you stop living on autopilot. You stop repeating history. You start rewriting it. And that's where real financial change begins.